Barcola and Diomande hybrid. Liverpool F.C. move to sign 130 million pound star. It feels like Liverpool have a casual problem short of ahead of new Premier League campaign. With Mohamed Salah still not reflected and other Irola backline looking rather poor. With 50 van Dijk still on leave after his first passing at the World Cup, it's become painfully clear at the start of the season that Irola has a facility of defensive quality to call you on, and that has been aggravated by the injury coming week out during a 4-2 win over Sunderland at the weekend. But for all the noise around central defense, it is thrown out of the shell the need for a new elite forward to replace Salah, who left Anfield once and for all when in a contract expired at the end of the June. The likes of Barcola Diomande and Barcola have earned a top target to replace the Aegean this summer, but the former is headed for Real Madrid, while Barcola's 145 million pound fresh stake may prove prohibitive. The big problem facing Liverpool front line. Salah decline last season was a central reason behind Liverpool fall off under Arne Slot. That a giddy first year beyond Jurgen Klopp exit slot Liverpool should advance toward the Premier League title, and Salah was a architect many levels ahead of his competition. But the 34-year-old lost something last year, and Liverpool were unable to step up and fire as their long-time talisman survived. Victor Munoz has already been signed this summer for 34.5 million pounds, but the former Australian winger is young and still running the club. More is needed. With Hugo Ekitike on line until the main point of the campaign, Liverpool need more in attack. Atletico Ishak should step up after a true push team on Manchester side, but Liverpool are favored on to right. Diomande, 19, would have been perfect what the RB Leipzig winger chose Paris Saint-Germain over the Reds, and now appears to have changed his mind once again, with Real Madrid closing in on his signature. PSG have taken it on the chin and now focus their attention on one-way PSG winger Diomande, but the French giants are in no hurry to sell, even he is rejected a contract extension. Barcola, 23, is one of the most exciting wingers in the world, highlighted as the closest to Salah on the market right now by Anfield index Dave Hendrick, but he is not the cream of the top just yet, and a British record fee will be exorbitant. But Liverpool are prepared to break the bank this summer. They have to, and if there is money to spend, PSG may want to turn their attention to another rising superstar. Liverpool exploring move to sign Barcola Diomande hybrid. Barcola will be a fantastic addition to our Liverpool squad, but he not a natural right winger, and he could cost too much money. Liverpool may be inclined to turn their head in another direction. That, according to Team Talk, who have revealed that Liverpool's sporting director Richard Hughes has been exploring a move for Bournemouth winger Ryan, who joined the club from Vasco da Gama in Brazil for £25 million in January. Ryan, 19, is making a square the prospect, and the squad concerned now it, having included a whopping £130 million release clause in his contract. That actually won't do, so PSG will hope the Hugo and Irola connection with the vitality could do some heavy lifting over the next few weeks. Diomande is up to call, a two-sided winger. He's played plenty of football of the break and would have been perfect for Irola Liverpool system in that regard. But Liverpool have moved on, and Barcola's signature is now at the top of the list. We must not jump the gun. True, and PSG fired the pressure on the 145 million from fresh start. It is quite simple. Barcola will not play for Liverpool next year. Likewise, it's unlikely that the Reds will fork out a record-breaking sum from Ryan. But furthermore, could lower their demand if Ryan makes a bit of noise. Sunshine for the carries, he has scored 5 goals and provided 2 assists across 15 games, but the quality of his play has been exceptional. But Australia, Ryan hasn't played in Europe for that long, but he has unnaturally grown into his skin as an elite prospect in the short time span of English shores. For what it's worth, Ryan verbally outperformed Barcola at the World Cup, showcasing immense potential of the ball, and when creating for his teammates, he was one of Brazil's brightest spark. Could Liverpool be sign both Barcola and Ryan this summer? Perhaps not. There is a chance, of course, with both Isaac and Ekitike joining last summer, but given the strengthening needed elsewhere, it may be a tricky one to pull off. It's come down to one of the two. Ryan may actually be the better pick. His stock isn't as high, to be sure, but his ranking is unstable like a winger, already considered world-class by Bruno teammates such as James Tavernier. Ryan is one of the best talented young attackers in the game. He has Premier League experience and, unlike Barcola, naturally fly up to right wing. The data fall might be shallow, but he is impressive for the club and country over the past 6 months, and may just have what it takes to replace Salah under Irola wings.